Hello, and welcome to Verbling. Hi there, I'm teacher Oakley, and our mission, should we choose to accept it, for the next hour is to learn verbs in English that have to do with the various activities and actions that we take when we cook. All right, so we're going to be looking at cooking verbs. The class will be doing some mix and match picture verb exercises and then some fill in the blank exercises where we follow along a recipe, adding in these verbs to describe what we're doing to our food, as well as some discussion and conversation practice along the way. Okay, so pretty simple, straightforward lesson. Hello, Ramon. How are you doing?
Hello, okay, I'm fine.
Yeah. Great.
I'm fine, you?
I'm doing okay. Thank you very much. Ramon, are you much of a chef? Do you like to cook?
No.
What do you know how to cook? Confess, confess.
I know how to fry an egg. I know how to cook some kind of meat, and just that. I'm not the worst cook in the world, but not even the best, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Someone's a very bad cook. We say they can't even boil water. Okay, but you can handle that. All right, you can fry an egg. Okay. All right, let me welcome some other students to the class. Jer is with us. Hi, Jer. I haven't seen you in a bit. How you doing?
Hi, I am pretty good. Thanks.
Great.
What about you?
I'm good. I see you've changed your picture for your Google, your icon. Cool.
Yes, I changed last week.
Yeah. What's that a picture of?
It is a type of tree, very traditional in the south of Brazil. It is called araucaria.
Oh, okay. Nice picture. All right, anyway, good to see you. Welcome to the class. All right, a bunch of students have joined us, so let me welcome them. Francisco, hello, hello. How are you?
How are you? Fine, and you?
Good. I'm good. Thanks for joining us.
Okay.
And also Carolina is with us. Hi, Carolina.
Hello.
Hello. Good to see you, as always. And also welcome Ziet. Good to see you again. Hello. Ziet? Ziet?
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to the class.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. I don't know how much you guys are into cooking, but here we're going to learn some fundamental cooking verbs. All right. And maybe talk about our cooking experience as we go along. So I'm going to do a screen share. I can kind of zero in on the pictures a little better here if that helps us out, but I just want to show you the whole deal here. We've got some verbs up above in the box, quite a number of different verbs, and then pictures down below. So very simply, we're going to do a little mix and match exercise. What verb do the pictures represent? So we're going to go left to right, starting from most on the left here. Ramon, what's our first picture on the left over here? Which verb does that picture describe?
And then, let me see here.
If it helps.
Is it blend?
Well, it's very close to blend. And frankly, the first time I looked at it, that's the first word I picked. But then I realized what was in the bowl here, and what's in the bowl seems to be eggs. So we usually use a different verb, especially for eggs.
So is it beat?
Yeah, there you go. See, I knew that was the giveaway. Yeah, you beat eggs, or you can beat egg yolks to make a hollandaise. You can beat egg whites to make a meringue. Do you know what a meringue pie is, Ramon? You ever had
No.
lemon meringue pie? No?
No.
Oh, you don't know what you're missing. Okay. Okay, the top is, when you beat egg whites, they become very fluffy, like very light soap bubbles. You add sugar to it and you top a pie with it. It's delicious. Okay. Moving on, let me quickly welcome Salwa to the class. Hi, Salwa. Welcome, welcome. Can't hear you for right now, Salwa. Not sure what the problem is. See if you can. Hello, hello. See if you can fix that. Nope, still nothing. All right, see if you can get that fixed. Jer, number 2, the crazy chef here. What is this a picture of? What is he doing?
I think he is cut out something.
No. Okay, easily confused. Obviously, he's using a knife, so he's cutting. But
Yeah.
to cut out means you
Okay.
cut and you remove something out.
Okay, it is slice maybe. So
Slice. There you go. Exactly. Okay, bonus question, Jer, has to do with cooking. Very difficult question. The chef here is wearing a hat. Do you know what that hat is called? There's a special name.
a chef hat? I don't know.
Chef hat. Well, yes. Most mere mortals call it a chef hat, but it's also known as a toque.
Talk. Okay.
Okay, very good. Okay, let's keep her rolling here. We've got a lot of words to look at, so I'm going to keep going. Francisco. Okay, the third picture here.
The third picture, I think, is cut out.
That is cut out. See, there you go, JR. You're cutting it and you're pulling it out. So it actually, it makes very good physical sense with this phrasal verb. Phrasal verbs, of course, made of usually a simple verb and a preposition together. So this one is very direct because you're actually cutting it and moving it out. Francisco, what are they making in this picture? Do you think?
They are making little hearts.
Okay, well, what kind of food?
I don't know. I think it's dough or something like that.
Okay, very good. They're cutting out dough to make probably cookies, right?
Yeah.
All right. Probably for Valentine's Day because they're little hearts. What are cookies called? Your bonus question. What are cookies called in Great Britain, in England?
Mm,
In America, we call them cookies, but in England,
I know.
you want some help, Francisco?
no, I don't know, teacher.
Okay, Carolina?
Biscuit.
Biscuits. You don't need the you don't need the qua sound, just a K sound. Biscuits. Right. Exactly. Yeah. Pretty much exclusively British call them biscuits and Americans call them cookies. Americans get confused when British use the word biscuits because biscuits are a totally different food for Americans. For an American, a biscuit is a very heavy, thick, dense type of bread which is often served with a stew. Okay. All right. Moving on. Quick shout out to Cacao. Hi, Cacao. Welcome to the class. Hi there. Hi there. Hi there. Hey there. Hold there.
Hi, teacher. Nice to see you again.
Good to see you as always. And also Carlos. Hey, Carlos.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm good. Nice to have you with us. All right. Let's continue. Carolina, actually, you're next. So, Carolina, the picture in the middle with the red bowl, what is the action?
I think it's blend.
Okay, well, it could be, actually. We use the word blend to talk about when you carefully mix two things together. All right. Several of these pictures, you could use the more generic verb mix. For example, you beat eggs, you're mixing them up. You stir something, you're mixing it up. You blend something, you're mixing it up. Okay. Blend can sometimes be used to carefully stir two things together. Or if you're really slowly folding things together in a very delicate way, for example, when you're folding melted chocolate and whipped eggs to make chocolate mousse, you have to be very careful because you have lots of air bubbles and you don't want to break the bubbles and release the air because you want it light and fluffy. That's called fold. Then the mixing is called fold. You fold the egg whites into the chocolate. So, okay, there are a lot of different ways to talk about stirring depending on how you're stirring and how vigorously or how hard you're stirring. So, I think I've given it away already. I would call this one stir. Okay. Stir is something, you stir soup when you're making soup, or spaghetti sauce. You need to stir the spaghetti sauce to mix the herbs throughout the sauce. Okay, that's somewhere in the middle. Not like beating an egg, which is extremely fast. Right? Okay. All right. Moving on. Zed, the next one with the orange there. Next picture to the right of the red bowl. Zed?
Yes, I'm here.
What is going on here? You guys let me know if you need a closer look.
I think it's Zest.
Excellent. Very good. Zest. Z-E-S-T. Zest can be a noun or a verb. Okay. What is zest? Really?
To take out the external I don't know how to call that in English. External thing of an orange or lemon or something.
Right. Okay. To remove the peel, or you could call it skin, but usually you say skin of an apple or a pear. It's very thin. But when it's a citrus fruit, like a lemon or an orange or grapefruit, then you call it a peel. It's both a verb and a noun, peel. A thicker skin is called peel. Right, so you use a grater or a serrated object to scrape off. I guess that would be the best verb, to scrape off the peel into tiny, tiny pieces or little curly pieces. What would you use zest for? Any idea? Ziad? What are you gonna do with lemon zest or orange zest?
Yeah, some people use the peel for for cheesecake or cakes or.
Excellent. Yes. Very good. Do you cook, Ziad?
I used to cook before, but now
Okay.
I don't have time.
Well, I'm impressed that you know that. Yes, cheesecake is a very good example. Often in desserts, things like that. Okay, as a flavoring agent. Sure.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, Sawa, is your microphone working now? There we go. Excellent. Nice. Okay, what's happening in our next photo here with the pink
blend.
stuff? Blend. Okay, what's the object here we're looking at?
I don't know.
Well, it's called a blender. How convenient. You blend with a blender. Sawa, do you own a blender?
Yeah.
You do? What do you blend? What do you make in your blender?
Other things if you make a juice or baking cake.
Okay. Often juice, often beverages, fruit smoothies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Juice. You want to juice some fruit or vegetable. That's right. Fruits or vegetables. Yep. Absolutely. Also makes a darn good frozen margarita if you're into that kind of thing. All right. And moving on, Carlos. What is this woman doing here on the picture on the far right?
She's bake something, I don't know, to bake.
All right. Now, a little trick question there. When we look at a picture and we describe the picture, we usually use present continuous tense. So she is baking. Is,
Okay.
and then the ing or present participle of the verb. She is baking probably some bread there, maybe. Okay. Carlos, tell me the truth. Have you ever baked anything?
Not really, teacher. I have no idea how to cook.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, you bake things like bread, cookies, cake. You can also bake some meats. It's possible to bake chicken or something. Okay, very good. All right, moving on. We got to go to our next row, so I'll have to scroll up for the verbs for you. Cacao, to the far left here. What is this action? Orange. What is he doing to the orange? Cacao, are you there?
Zealing. He's zealing, teacher.
What's that? No, I don't think so. What are you saying? I missed that one.
Zealing.
Zealing.
With the letter Z. Z.
Okay. Here? Okay, that.
E-L.
Oh, this is Z-E-S-T. Sorry if you.
Zest. Yeah.
And that
He's
is.
zesting.
No, that is this picture here. In the top row with the orange. Zesting is when you're scraping off the outer peel, usually for a flavoring agent. Here, he's not zesting. The orange is open and he's crushing it with his hand. Let's try again. This is a pretty direct verb. When you crush something with your hand,
Rub.
you know, it's when you're pushing something against something else, maybe just your hand, maybe something else. No. When you're using your hand to, like, putting your hand together to form a fist and with something in between, even somebody else's hand or whatever, you are squeezing. Oh, when we shake hands, don't squeeze my hand so hard. Okay, so he's squeezing the orange here. Because he's doing it to a fruit, another word we can use, sometimes you will see in cooking, is juice. You will see the word juice as a verb. Juice 2 lemons, you might see in a recipe. That means squeeze the heck out of them until you get all the juice out. Okay?
For me, teacher, squeeze is used for that person who is squeezing an orange or lemon on the left.
Yeah,
the second.
Okay, that's
the second line, the first left.
Yeah, that's the picture we're supposed to be looking at. That's where I thought we were.
No, teacher, I didn't see that, but the first under the column need roll pour, the first figure, I said zesting.
Okay. Right. Okay, you're right. We were supposed to be looking at the exact picture that you agree is squeeze. That's the picture I was talking about. You were talking about another picture. So
yeah, maybe right. Because my connection is slow.
Oh,
then then I cannot see what you are.
Okay.
You are. Sorry.
That's okay. I'll try to be more descriptive about exactly which picture we're supposed to be looking at here. Okay. All right. Sam has joined us. Hello, Sam. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Okay. Sam, we're doing a little mix and match. We've got some verbs up above here. And we're looking at this second picture in the second row. Looks like someone is setting a chicken on fire.
Okay.
All right. What is the verb?
Roast.
Roast. Yeah, right under squeeze here. To roast. Okay. Roast. All right. Now, roast. You can roast something over a fire. Do you know, Sam, what this is called? This device, the sticks that turn around. It spins around and around and around. Do you know what that thing is called?
No, sorry.
Okay, it's kind of funny. That thing is called a spit. Same word as same word, but much more appetizing.
Okay.
All right. So when you put some kind of meat, usually on a stick over an open flame, and you turn it slowly around and around and around, that device, that thing that turns around and around, is a spit. So we can use the word roast for this method of cooking, but also you can roast in an oven, but you have to have an oven that will give you heat from all sides, from above and below, from all sides. It's possible to, like, roast beef. You don't cook roast beef over a fire. You put roast beef in the oven, but you have the heat coming from the top and the bottom and reflecting off the sides, coming from all sides. That's the idea of roast. Unlike bake, which is a more gentle heat, and usually the heat's coming from the bottom, roast has heat. It's similar to bake when you do it in an oven, but the heat's supposed to come from everywhere. And often you want to use what's called a convection oven. Do you have any idea, Sam, what a convection oven is?
Convection oven is similar like that, and maybe when you keep into the oven and they are turning in this way.
Well, it accomplishes the same thing. A convection oven has a fan inside of it, which is blowing the air around so the heat is evenly coming from the top, bottom side, diagonal. So a convection oven has a fan which pushes the air around inside to cook things more evenly. Professional ovens will always have convection ovens.
Okay, so does it mean that there is no fire inside? They are just fan and maybe hot air comes from this fan?
Yeah, well, the heat could be produced in different ways, but there may be fire like under, in the oven, just like when you bake. There's fire. It's just underneath.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, so what we say this is a roast or something else?
Yeah, it's a roast.
Roast. Okay.
So roast is actually two different things. It can be in an oven, but the main concept of roast is that the heat is evenly distributed. That's why if you have an open fire, you need a spit to turn and turn and turn the food. Okay, so that's the difference between roast and bake. Roast, the emphasis is on the temperature, or the heat comes from all sides. Okay. And round two. Okay, Ramon. The third picture in the second column. You see the pair of hands. What are they doing?
Roll.
Not exactly. There is another word up here, which we use.
Let me think here.
Have you ever made bread? Probably not.
No, I have never.
Well, if you're going to,
I don't know.
If you're going to
no
make,
idea in this case.
All right, if you're going to make leavened bread, you need to do this. Sorry, cracked myself up. You need to knead. Okay, the word is knead, K-N, but just like the knee on your body, on your leg. All right, the K is silent. Knead. All right.
Okay.
All right. So if you're going to make leavened bread, you need to knead. What is the difference between leavened and unleavened? Ramon, do you have any idea? Can you guess?
No, not even a guess.
Okay, now this is an adjective. Leavened and unleavened. All right. In different countries, in France, most of Europe, leavened breads are preferred. They include yeast, and you need it to spread air throughout. You need it. You push it and pull it and push it and pull it, and it adds air into the dough so that when you cook the bread, it rises. It's full of little air holes. Okay, like a lovely French baguette or a loaf of bread, sliced bread you buy in a store, like that. Unleavened bread, you don't do that. It has no yeast, and there's no need to incorporate air into it because it's flat bread. Flat bread, pita bread, these are unleavened breads. More typical of, for example, Middle Eastern countries.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Jer, the picture right in the middle, in the second row. If you can see that, this one here.
Yeah, yes, I'm not sure, but I think it is someone is adding ingredients to the.
Yeah, that's pretty simple. Now, the reason I include this verb here, is here because it's very common to see this in recipes. It's hard to find an English recipe that doesn't have the verb add. Simple verb. Okay. Add something and then add something else. recipe will tell you the order in which to add the ingredients, which is very important in cooking. Just throwing everything in a pot and cooking it is not really cooking. That's assembling. Yeah, you have to know the order in which to cook things, for sure. Okay. Okay. For Jer, have you ever? I know you don't cook much. Have you ever tried to follow a recipe?
Yes, I usually follow some recipes and I make some experience on weekends, for instance, making a barbecue or some recipe. Yes,
Okay.
for sure. But I'm not a good cook.
Okay. All right. First, for you and everybody else, everybody messes up the pronunciation of this word because it doesn't follow normal English rules. So first syllable stress, recipe, recipe, recipe. It's a little bit strange. It doesn't follow normal patterns. Recipe, not recipe, even though that's what it looks like. It's a 3-syllable, 3-vowel sound word, recipe. And when you use a cookbook and you do that, you follow a recipe is the normal verb, follow. All right? Kun, tin, you, wing, Francisco. Look at that sad little egg there in the picture. What's happening to that egg?
That egg is frying.
Certainly. Absolutely. Now, there's a couple verbs that we use to talk about frying. Frying is a more general verb, okay? But we also have the verb deep fry. What do you think deep fry is? It's not in my list here. Francisco, what do you deep fry? What kind of food?
Deep fry?
Deep fry, yeah. What do you deep fry? What's a food that you would deep fry, for example?
No, teacher, I don't understand the meaning of deep
Okay, deep fry, think about it, deep, the water is deep, the oil is deep, you have a large quantity of oil. So for example, when you go to McDonald's and they put the French fries, yeah. Thank you, see it, exactly. Yeah. That's right, French fries, fried chicken, okay, these things would be deep fried.
Yeah.
Right. Francisco, have you ever had deep fried ice cream?
No, never.
Yeah, it's delicious. You should try it. It's awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm not joking either, you guys. I'm not kidding. You can take a ball of ice cream and roll it in cornflakes and sugar and cinnamon, and you can throw it right in the deep fryer. Delicious. Okay. We also have another verb which really should be on my list, but it's not, and it has to do with frying, and that is sauté. You sauté shrimp if you're going to make shrimp scampi or pesto shrimp or jambalaya or something like that. When you fry, but in the minimum quantity, the smallest amount you can get away with, the smallest amount of butter or oil or fat, then you're sautéing. And generally sautéing includes shaking the food around, moving the food around a lot so as to cook the food evenly. All right, sauté is done in a pan over the oven like the egg here. Normally we use the verb fry for an egg, although what we're really doing is sautéing it. So there's sauté, fry is kind of in between, and then deep fry. It has to do with how much oil you're using. Okay, moving on. Whoops. Our next to the egg, which comes first, the chicken or the egg? In this case, the egg. And next we have a chicken. Carolina, what is happening to this poor chicken? What is the person doing? Okay, massaging. chicken?
No, maybe. I don't know, teacher.
Okay.
No. Carve? No.
Well, if we look a little closer here, let's examine this a little bit closer. All right.
They are putting something inside the
Yeah,
chicken,
you're putting something
like
on the chicken. That's right.
garlic, like onion.
Yes. Yes, garlic, onion, herbs, or spices. Okay. Alrighty. The verb, where we go? The verb we're looking for is rub.
Marinade?
Very close. It's the same idea. All right? But when it's dry ingredients and you rub some herbs or garlic, usually ginger, whatever, you like massage the chicken using a mix of powder, spices, whatever, salt, pepper, garlic, thyme, then that's a rub. And usually you do this to meat, and you let the meat kind of soak up the flavor for a while before you cook it. You're very close with marinade, because marinade is simply the only difference between marinade and rub. Rub is dry, marinade is wet, a liquid mixture. But it's the same exact idea. You're flavoring before you actually add the heat and cook it. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Zayed.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
teacher.
The last one here on the right with a spoon.
I think it's drizzle.
The verb is indeed drizzle, and it's a pretty good picture. That's the action when you slowly, often chocolate sauce or something, butterscotch sauce, whatever, you slowly drip some kind of liquid or semi-liquid onto the food, often with desserts. That looks pretty good.
Teacher, I have a question. So drizzle have two meanings. Like I know drizzle is the light of rain.
Okay, a light rain. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. When you have a kind of a drizzle, when you're talking about rain, very common word. It's usually rain that lasts a long period of time, several hours, and the rain is very slow but steady. And the raindrops are kind of big, not like fine, misty rain, but drip, 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 like that. Kind of uneven, slow, steady rain is a drizzle. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Very good. Thank you for pointing that out. All right, we got one more row here. Okay. Continuing, Salwa?
Pour.
Pour. Okay. Now, usually we think of pour as you pour liquids, of course, but you can pour sugar or other granular solids. It's possible. Moving from a higher space to a lower space, basically the idea. Salwa, they had pointed out that drizzle can also be used for rain. How about pour? Yeah. What does it mean if I say it's pouring outside?
It's raining heavily.
That's right. Very hard. That's right. Totally different from a drizzle. It's pouring. It's coming down very fast. That's right. Exactly. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, Carlos. Here we got another orange. What's happening to this orange?
This guy peel.
Exactly.
Peel the fruit.
The person is peeling the fruit, peeling the orange. What else do you peel?
Orange, or maybe an egg also.
Oh, okay.
Possible to peel, yeah.
Excellent. Very good. Yeah, excellent. Peel an egg, peel an orange, peel a banana. Carlos, if you get a really bad sunburn and your skin blisters and then your skin peels. Yuck, disgusting. Okay. We're talking about food. What am I talking about? Okay, sorry, that's gross. Cacao. I apologize to everyone. Cacao, what is going on here? This is a tough one. Get some soup or something. What are we doing here? What's happening? This isn't a very good picture, okay? Imagine that there's a very, very slow heat underneath this. Cacao. It's not a very good picture of the verb. So, very slow heat underneath. Okay, let's take a look at the words here. What do you think? Slides, we got those. Any words we didn't use? Not a very good picture, quite honestly. Use fry, roast, squeeze, drizzle, blend, add. We got almost all the pictures here. All the words here. What's left? Again, it's not a good picture. Imagine a very low heat, and imagine that it's just barely boiling. Just barely.
Simmer.
Well, there it is. Thank you. Very good. Okay. Not a good picture, but okay, let's talk about boiling. If you want to boil it really hard and fast with a high heat, Cacao, what would that be? Do you have any idea?
Boiling. Boil.
Boil, okay. But some recipes may call that a heavy boil or a high boil. Sometimes recipes call for a high boil, a medium boil, a low boil. And that has to do with how high the temperature is. Sometimes high boil, heavy boil, rolling boil, that's very, very high temperature. Boil is kind of generic and in the middle. Low boil is pretty much the same as a simmer. Cacao, what is poach? It's related. So what would be poach?
Poach. How do you spell it, teacher?
P-O-A-C-H. And it's very common to poach eggs, to poach salmon or other fish possibly. Poached fish. You could poach other things, I suppose. To poach, again related to boil. Any idea?
Okay. When you cook eggs immersed in hot water, in boiling, right. In light boiling water, teacher, or simmering water.
Okay, that's correct. But the temperature actually should be just below a simmer. You don't want it to boil. You instead of whatever 212 Fahrenheit, you want like 200, or 100 centigrade, you want 95, 98.
Without bubbles, without water Correct. Bubbles.
Correct. That's it. Exactly. Because then your eggs will dance around and they'll separate and fall all apart if your water's boiling. It won't work properly. That's it. Exactly. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. All right. On the screen here, the picture on the left. Sam, what's going on here?
In the picture that someone who using the knife.
Yeah. Okay. And specifically a big piece of meat, usually.
Cut out.
No.
No.
I'll narrow it down. It's in this area.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Of course not. Squeeze not was dry. Maybe carve or grate.
Carve
Carve.
is the answer. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Tradition, American tradition, somebody, usually the head of the family, the patriarch of the family, will carve the Thanksgiving turkey. Kind of a,
Okay.
not really a ceremony, but kind of a tradition for that to happen.
Okay.
All right.
Carve.
Carve. All right. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Does it mean only we use for cutting the pieces of chicken or other foods, or we can use another sense as well? Because carve, I read that carve we're using for something you prepare or make something very beautiful, and we can use in this sense.
Sure. You can carve wood into. You can carve a pipe, or you can carve a figurine out of wood.
Yes, design.
Yeah. Or people carve, carve something out of jade, a sculpture, like a tiny sculpture. Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Okay.
Absolutely right. It also has that meaning. That's right. Looks like we're carving a leg of lamb. A leg of lamb here in this picture. Delicious. Okay. Moving on, Ramon. Next picture, next to our leg of lamb. What are we doing here?
Is it great?
Great. Great job, Ramon. Yes, that's correct. Hang on, Ramon. Sam, what was your next question? Sorry, I missed it.
Yeah. Because I think that both are used for as the verb. Carve for cutting, or carve for cooking.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, we make a slice. You say carve. Yeah. Okay. Right. Thanks.
Right. They're both verbs. Okay, Ramon. Yes, we're grating the cheese. What is the device that we use to grate the cheese? In this picture, the gray or silver object is what?
Is it grater?
That's it. Very good. You are correct. It's a grater, sometimes called a cheese grater. Not necessary though. Just a grater is fine. And a grater could have different size holes in it, so you can get bigger pieces or tiny pieces, like you might use for Parmesan cheese, very tiny pieces, or bigger pieces for mozzarella or whatever. Okay. All right. Next one, our final mix and match picture here. Oops, let's look at it here on the right. Jer, what is going on here?
Whole.
What?
Maybe whole. Holy.
Not whole, but rhymes with whole. Oh, how about roll? Roll. All right. Yes. Great. They're rolling out. No. Yeah. Why would you do this? What is this person probably making?
They are making a dough.
Well, they are rolling the dough.
Yes, they are rolling the dough.
Sure, that's true, but inevitably they are probably making a pie. Or you could roll out dough for cookies. All right. Okay. Next, exercise. Well, we've only got 10 minutes. But Jer, if you could mute your microphone, you have a lot of echo. Not sure what's going on, but really heavy echo coming from you. Okay, we've got a little recipe if you guys want to make gingerbread man for Christmas. Okay, we've actually got, this is a real recipe if you guys want to make it, go ahead. But okay, we've got our ingredients, what we're going to use to make it: flour, ginger, cinnamon, butter, sugar, egg, and so on. And then over here we've got our cooking method with a whole bunch of our verbs. Keep in mind, one verb is extra. Haha. Fill in the gaps. So I would like you to read the sentences, sentence by sentence, and fill in the gaps with the proper verb. Francisco, I'm going to start with you.
Well, it could be stir or blend. I think one of the two.
Okay. Actually, we have a verb here we have not looked at yet at all. A verb used for baking. Okay. In order to mix dry ingredients together, which is often very important in baking, to mix them thoroughly, you've got the idea. You're trying to mix them together. Another word for mix. We didn't talk about this. Actually, no. Sift.
Okay.
Okay. A sifter is a device that has a little spinning wheel and it has a screen on the bottom. So you put the ingredients inside the sifter, which is kind of shaped like a big cup or small pitcher, and you turn a handle and it spins and spins and spins, so it mixes the ingredients together, and then as it becomes very fine, it drops down through the screen. So that's sift. Yes, it is another word for mix. Francisco, okay, continue. Sift together the flour.
Yeah. Sift together the flour, bicarbonate of soda, ginger, and cinnamon, and pour.
Very good.
Pour into the bowl of a food processor.
There you go.
Add the batter and...
Oh, wait. Let's give somebody else a turn. We'll go sentence by sentence here. Okay? Okay. Sorry to interrupt. Carolina, can you take the next sentence here?
The second one, cinnamon and... yes?
No, from okay. Add.
Add the butter and... like clumps. And knead? Until the mix. Knead.
Okay, right. So you gotta get in there with your hands and kind of smoosh it together with the butter. Ooh yeah, greasy. Cooking is a dirty business. You're gonna get dirty if you're doing it right. You can continue, Carolina. Finish the sentence. Add the butter and knead.
And knead until the mix looks like breadcrumbs.
Oh, okay, we do have a period here. Okay. Okay, what would be next? Ziad?
Yes.
Okay, what would be next? This last sentence.
I really don't know exactly what's the word.
Okay.
Maybe.
Probably, I'm guessing the idea would be to blend in the sugar. You want to. You've got kind of this breadcrumby, crumbly mix of butter and dry things, and then you want to maybe blend. Could be stir, actually. Really, either one would work here. You want to kind of mix in the sugar, basically. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's move on. Solwa, step 2.
Okay. Lightly beat the eggs and golden syrup together. Add to the food processor and okay. Lighting beat the egg.
What? Sorry.
Beat the egg.
Beat the egg. Lightly beat the egg. Okay. So don't go too crazy, but carefully mixing the egg, circular motion. Add to the food processor. That's a type of blender, a food processor, and pulse. What is pulse? It's a new verb. So, can you make the sound?
Yeah, when you push a button in the food processor.
Okay. Pulse, when you use a food processor or a blender, when you're pulsing, you're on and off, on and off. Like that. Okay? On and off, on and off. Like your pulse. When you take your pulse, your blood pumps from your heart. Do, 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 do. Okay? On and off, on and off. Same idea. Okay, until the mixture clumps together. Well, what, Zawa, what does that mean? Clumps.
Mix it together or make soft.
Okay, clumps are big pieces, kind of big, uneven pieces, like clumps of dirt. If you plow a field, you end up with big pieces of dirt. These are clumps. So you want big pieces. Okay? Not an even, homogeneous unit, but kind of crumbly pieces. Like if you took a shovel full of dirt and turned it over on the ground, there would be clumps of dirt. Big pieces is the idea. Oh, okay. Continuing. Carlos? Is Carlos here? Carlos? No. Oh, he's gone. Okay, Cacao. Cacao?
Tip the dough out. Knead briefly until smooth. Wrap in cling film and leave to chill in the fridge for 15 minutes.
Okay. First of all, dough. Just like Homer Simpson says, Cacao. Dough! Okay. No F sound.
Dough. Yeah.
The TH is silent. All right. Tip the dough out. Okay. I'm not sure if it's knead or roll briefly until smooth. Okay, yes, you're right. Knead. It would be knead until smooth. Wrap in. There's a misspelling here. This should be cling film, or also called plastic wrap. Cling film. That's misspelled. Sorry, my bad.
Cling film.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We're running out of time here. I'll do the next step. Preheat the oven to 180 C or 350 Fahrenheit. Line 2 baking trays with grease-proof paper. Okay, sometimes it'll say grease the pan. That means rub some kind of oil on the pan. Or sometimes you can bake in paper. Sam, number 4.
Okay. The duck out of 0.5 centimeter. The dog, right?
Doe.
Dough. Okay.
As a doe. A deer, a female deer. Doe.
Dough means thick and mixture, right?
Dough. Okay. Dough.
Uh-huh.
This is dough in the roller, and actually this is the next step right here. This is exactly what they're talking about.
Mixture of flour.
Yeah,
mixture
that's
flour.
right. Or here, the hands. This is dough. That's the dough. Okay, so.
Uh-huh.
All right.
So yeah, I think here we use blend. No. No.
No.
No.
We need to make it flat. If we look at the next part, use cutters, cookie cutters,
Slightly.
cutters, to cut out the gingerbread men. All right. So actually, you need to roll the dough out.
Okay.
So it's flat. So you have even, even surface.
Roll the dog out. Dog out.
Dough.
Okay. Dough. Right. Dough also means money?
Yes,
No?
it does. I don't have a lot of dough. I don't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yes, very good. It is slang for money. You are absolutely correct, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the last step, I'm actually is the actual fire part. So you're going to bake for 12 to 15 minutes, or until lightly golden brown. Okay, there we go. That's it. Go ahead, make gingerbread men. Thank you very much. I hope you learned some useful English. Thanks a lot. See you guys again soon. Gotta go. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.